The old mower is making a rattly sound when I have the blade down. So we're gonna get a chain. I'm gonna jack it up, well, pull it up and see what's going on underneath. I'm sure the blades need to be sharpened. Don't know when we'll get around to that, but first let's take a look. So what I've done, and I've used this once already, is I've put a piece of 2x6 parallel to the underside of the deck and screwed it in, and then attached this eye bolt into that piece of wood. It's a very long eye bolt, but anyway, I've got a chain I'm going to hook up to that, and then the back of the mower, and we'll see if I can jack it up. It worked good before, but requires a ladder. Let me tell you something about this. Until about maybe 6 months ago, maybe less, I couldn't even get on a step ladder. I've spent a year, more than, losing about 120, 130 pounds. So I could do this. Okay, so got a chain pulley. Goes right in the eye there. Easy peasy, right? Go ahead and get it in position. Oh, I think that's as low as she goes. Okay, I know I need to power wash my deck, underside of my deck and the top side. I get it. All right, let's get after it and get under here. We got her jacked up pretty tall. I don't know how far you can jack these up without affecting fuel and whatnot, but hopefully we're within parameters. I don't see anything immediately blocking anything. I need to, yeah, get the pressure washer out and get all that, but I don't see anything. Oh, what's that? Oh, okay, well that's not on. I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty clear, but I can see where I can just take those blades off with that bolt and sharpen those blades. They really need it. Hear that? Something's off. Okay, I'm not doing it now. I don't know what. Still is kind of. Sounds on it like metal on metal. I don't know. Let's take a closer look in a bit. There's a pine cone. I don't think there's anything metal on metal up there. Hey, I think I figured it out. Let's get under here. Take this blade off. I'm only going to film one. Whoa. That came off super easy. Woo! I like it. Okay, mower wheel. It's hanging off the deck right there. Okay, here's the view from the other side. Right there. I took the blades off already. Okay, so figured out that the mower blade nut, bolts were 5/8. This is a 1/2 inch for the little piece that was hanging off underneath. So we're going to get that. Figured out the 1/2 inch fits, so I'm going to have to hold the bolt on top and loosen the nut on the bottom. So follow me. I have a vice grip, needle nose vice grip on the other side, so we should be able to loosen it now. What the heck? Wow. Vice grip fell off. Starting around this bolt. None of that's good. Yeah, I don't even know. Maybe time for grinder cutter. think I may cut that off. One more try with the vice grips. Okay, that bolt's rounded off. We're gonna have to cut it off, guys. Okay, so this is a non-cooperative type bolt. We tried it again, we tried it different ways. It's just not working. I don't know if I can get this oscillating blade in there, but I want to cut off that bolt, cut it in half. Let's see what happens. Okay, there's a ton of vibration, so I know I'm not getting good purchase there. I know this is what the blade was hitting, and I can't get it off. I'm gonna try it from a different direction. We'll try again. Okay, we'll use something else. Thought it was worth a try, just to try to cut it in place with a carbide blade. I just can't get purchase on it. It's vibrating the whole tool. It's not the tool, but it's definitely a hard fit. So there's probably a million guys who have done stuff like this or screaming at me right now. It's like, no, do it this way. Wish I knew, but this is why you're learning with me, because of situations like this. Thanks for sticking with me. Step 43.4 coming up. Okay, didn't capture a couple of key moments. That thing had been hit by the blade so much, or had bent so much. I don't know. It looks like it was only held in by the one screw, but once it started moving, it didn't have. Hold on. All right. There was just like a little loop of metal holding it on, like right there. You can see it broke off there and over here, and it was a loop that was on that. So I bent it like this, and it just came off. So then it had the screw. We didn't film it because I needed help from my camera person, who's the best person on the whole planet. But you can see here where the blade was hitting the metal on this, because it kept coming back into the blade. I don't know what this is for. I assume it's like to make sure the grass is pushed down before it gets to the blades, or like my father-in-law said, it might be for airflow. Either way, I don't think I need it to mow, but I've got the word out, and it's supposed to let me know. If you have any words of wisdom, please leave it in the comments, because this wasn't a challenge. It required an emergency unboxing of the impact wrench, which I was able to get the cowl of the belt cover off over there. I was able to get that off with it, because the old Ryobi impact didn't have enough ugga-duggas to take that off. So this one was like nothing, no big deal. So the old USA Craftsman, when all else fails, if you can't get your impact wrench or drill or whatever in position, got to revert to hand tools, old standbys. So I think we're going to go ahead and sharpen the blades. I'll show you what those look like when I'm done. We'll put those back on with the Ugga Dugga machine, and then I'll go mow the grass, which I won't film because it's mowing the grass, which is okay. We're done now. We'll be back in a little bit. Okay, we got the mower blade off, and as you can see, lots of little nicks and dents, and man, I mean, it's not even a little bit sharp. It's like, oh, nothing. It's totally dull. So I'm going to sharpen this up. Got my brushless grinder here with the flat disc. I like this one. This was, I think it was an Avanti or Diablo. Oh, yep, it's a Diablo. And it's got the hard Yeah, hard plastic screw-on thing. These just fit onto the arbor, so a little cheaper. But let's see what we can do with the flat disc on these. Hopefully we'll get it balanced and get it taken care of. Tried to keep the flat disc, like get as much contact as possible across that blade surface to sharpen it up. Still feels very dull. Well, I'll keep after it and we'll see how it goes. Getting better. It does change angles, so there's one angle here and then it changes to a steeper angle here. I would love to have a bench grinder, but you know, I think we can do it this way. The notches are coming out. It is getting just a little bit sharper, so we'll see how it goes. I want to get it nice and sharp, so you can see this end of this blade and the other end of this blade is what was hitting that piece that was hanging off of the mower. Kept getting punched under by the grass just to hit this blade. So it definitely is going to need a lot more work than the other blade, I believe. But they both have notches out of it. I've hit, you know, pieces of branches or twigs or whatever. Okay, more blades are sharpened very, very nicely. You can see that edge. It's really not great. It's like they're on their last leg. They've been sharpened before. I'll keep them going as long as I can, but it's not a perfect straight line because I used a grinder and I don't have a bench grinder. You have to use an angle grinder. When you don't have one tool, you have to use another. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I saw, once again, learned myself on YouTube. I want to pass it on. You want these blades balanced. That's what is, it's kind of an important thing, especially depending on your mower. Otherwise, they're going to be wobbling underneath your mower deck. So you don't want this oscillation because it's going to wear out other things. So to get these balanced is kind of important. We're going to show you how to do it, what I learned online over here. I've got a hook on my pegboard, and this one I know is out of balance, so I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so you can see it's not awful. It's not like taking it to the desk over here, to the workbench. It's just a little off. So the other one is actually turned out great. And some of the gunk, I did not clear the gunk on the underside in a lot of places because I didn't have a wire wheel or whatever with me. But anyway, that is a really good balance right there. So that's the difference. You can really tell. And you know, it's not perfect, it's slightly this way. So a lot of times these holes are very round and that makes it a lot easier. But I do have a spot to hang from, so I'm using that. Okay, we're gonna try to balance that mower blade. Put it in my fun size vise, because you know, that's what I got. Fun size vise. Ye old Central Forge Harbor Freight vise. Anyway, let's get the grinder. Get at it. Okay, we got the angle grinder. I'm gonna put on safety glasses, and it's no ordinary safety glasses. These are Milwaukee safety glasses, premium. They are actually more comfortable, and you know, they were tested on Project Farm and they were very protective of your eye. So I trusted that, went with it, spent the extra bucks. Just a quick note on the grinder. Normally you don't use a 1.5 amp hour on the grinder. I think to sharpen both blades last night I used up 2 of the batteries. This takes a lot more power than a drill that you could run on a 1.5 hour battery and drive like a, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I've gone all day and just kept drilling with the impact driver, and I didn't have any problem with the 1.5. So anyway, let's get this shined up pretty. Quick note, I'm going to add the handle because you need a handle because I use handles. Thanks for sticking with me while I screw this on. It's very exciting. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's go see if it balances. Okay, let's put it to the test. We took the little metal off and see if it balances. How can it be as bad? Did I take that much metal off? So how that was possible was that I took metal off of the wrong side. I don't know if you're learning with me or if I'm just on my own here. Nobody ever does that, right? You're supposed to mark it or something? Yeah, we'll do that next time. Oh, the adventure. Okay, let's do this. I got the bevel right. I just discovered something else. When you're doing it this way, I really should have moved it down, because when you get to this outer edge, there's some cavitation and vibration with flat floppy. I used to be in IT. It's a flat disk, not a floppy disk. Okay, so no extra burrs, nice and toasty. I'm gonna hit it one more time, but you could hear it bogging down, and that's because we got a 1.5. It's not a high performance battery. This is the most basic battery you can get. So if you get 1.5 amp hour batteries in a kit, if you get 2 of them, you can probably, go through quite a bit with a grinder. Go through 2 of them probably to sharpen 2 blades. So 2 lawnmower blades. But it's possible, I mean, switching out batteries is easy. I think it's easier with a Ryobi than a lot of the other advanced designs of battery, even though this battery design's been around since 1992, I think. So I'm going to hit it one more time, not film it, and then we'll go down and remeasure. Okay, it's not bad. So this is a DIY version. There are probably way better ways to do this, I'm sure. But you know what? We took off some metal. Let's go hang it and see if it's even. Okay, let's see what we got this time. That is much better. It's not perfect, but I bet I could mow my grass. Okay, we'll get in tight here and I'll show you how to put this on. This has little grooves that match, obviously, the blade. If we can get them lined up. There we go. Whoop. This is a little bit of a challenge. Normally you'd probably want to take the whole deck off and do it that way, but I'll get them finger tight and then we'll wrench them down a bit. What would be hilarious is if I put these on upside down. We're smarter than that, I think. Not upside down, right? Okay. Oh gosh, I just had it. Okay. My dad would be proud. Harley rider, race car driver, mechanic, heavy equipment operator, concrete construction guy. He probably never thought I'd be working on a mower when I was writing Dungeons and Dragons adventures. Okay, let's get the impact wrench and tighten her down. This is brand new. This one, I did an emergency unboxing. I think I mentioned that, but that is not easy to get on at first. I think it'll be easier with time, but it's like, that's working. So I'm going to put it on automatic. This is a 3-speed automatic. Once it's tight, it should stop turning. Let's see how it goes. Boom! That was great. Let's try this one. Boom! Done! I have lawnmower blades. Now I can mow. Okay. Go mow. Okay. No blade of grass is safe. Bye. Thanks for learning with me.